Ooh, hello, hello, my friends. It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, the Moon and the Maker, home of ArtFoamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday on Saturday. Anyway, I want to say hi to everybody. I'm sorry or apologetic about last night. Believe me, I wanted nothing more than to be here with you all for ArtFoamies Fun. However, let's see, it was about 3:05 because my honey, we call him Mr. Moon, was about to set me up and get me ready to come on live. And I said, okay, go get me set up and I'm going to go put on a little makeup. And he said, okay. And he turned around and at the same time, he dropped the lid to our machine on accident too fast, and his thumb did not move out of the way fast enough. So he did break his thumb pretty brutally. I mean, it's kind of like it's a smashed, pulverized tip of the thumb is what it really is. And it's really bad. But I laugh. It's not funny because I knew that he was in a lot of pain when he said, take me to the ER. Because that, if you know my husband, that is not him. So we jumped in the car. I was going to call Maxie to let everybody know that ArtFoamies Fun Friday would probably be canceled. And she was driving. So I then called Wendy. You all know Wendy. And I said, please help. So she let everybody know. And it could be worse. It's his thumb, although it's a bad thumb, but it'll be okay. So thank you for your patience. I'm sorry, so sorry for missing last night because you know that I look forward to this probably more than you all do, especially because guess what? We released Megan and my new ArtFoamies or Calendar Girl collection for it's actually the June, July, August, but we are releasing them a little early so that you can have them in your hands before we do our Zooms. So yes, thank you all so much. I'm telling you, all of your well wishes, all of your, just your outpouring of nice thoughts. It does help. It really does. Um, so I have a lot to share with you tonight. We will not be doing an after party. I'm too pooped. I'm too pooped to party. But and plus we are so busy. Again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for keeping us busy. We are very grateful for that. We love it. We do not want to be any other way. However, it's a little slow going, especially now because guess who's going to be doing most of the packing? Me. So I don't know how much ArtFoamies fun I'll be having, but anyway, not a complaint. Okay. It's really not. This is what we love to do. And this is what we're doing. So I'm going to turn the camera around. We are going to play the numbers game. If you all want to have a chance to win a prize. And I'm going to do a little demo. I'm going to show you and talk about the Calendar Girls because I have a lot to show and share. All right. So, and I'll try to watch for the comments and make sure I stay on top of it. Okay. Anyway, without further ado, this is our June bug collection because it is the June, July, August. Let's see. No, I'm so sorry. Let me think for a minute. We had January, February, March, and then April, May, June. Okay, sorry, I'm wrong. July, August, September girls, third quarter girls. Okay, hard to keep track of. I'm gonna for next time. I am gonna make a special Calendar Girl journal just to show each variation, kind of like how I did the fodder school journal, sort of to help me keep track. Because you all know, if you have been following along, if you've been joining Megan and me for our Zooms, then you know I've been making so many makeys. Oh my gosh, so many. So this is our July, August, September collection. The bee, or it's not really a bee. It's sort of like they're just winged girls. This sort of reminds me of a bee because of her stripes, but really she has butterfly wings. Now the girl bodies this time do come with the wings attached. And we did that because we wanted to still have our little extra motif. So this one is Megan's, and you can see hers is more of a moth girl, okay? And again, love her open, or, you know, this sort of open part in her body. So many fun things you can do in there. But of course, if you want to just keep it literal, then there it is. And again, you can take the wings off and then they will match, or I don't really like using the word match, but you know what I mean? They'll coordinate a little bit better with the other girls. These are the January, February, March girls, mine and Megan's both. These are the April, May, June. Okay, April, May, June girls, mine and Megan's. And then here I went ahead and stamped mine. This is my KP girl with wings. And this is my little motif, a little daisy. And then that's the face. And they do have the little antenna. But again, if you don't want that, they are easily removed. Marcy Hampton, welcome. Stephanie Martin. Yeah, it's okay. We do have a little help. Candy has offered extra help too, and so has Blue. Maxie Moon will come up extra, so I think we'll be okay. But you all know that we're kind of slow anyway, not on purpose. I mean, we work many hours and 7 days a week pretty much, but you know, it's just things take time to make. We're not just pumping it out in a factory overseas and then shipping through the big A. Anyway, so welcome, Marcy. Thank you for joining us. I hope that you'll have a little Art Foamy fun and that you can come every Friday. Well, I know it's Saturday today, but normally we do it Fridays at 4 p.m. All right. So again, Megan's girl and Megan's face, KP, me, my girl with my face, my motif and hers. I love this because of course it can be a little shrub. I think you could turn it into a wing. It can be a cloud. It's just so cute. Okay. Anyway, and then I stamped these in black and white here, switching up the head and body again, keeping in mind that you can use, you know, the different heads with the mix and match bodies, right? So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm going to do a couple things with the, I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. Just because of the way everything's been going, I actually have not really done anything with my, July, August, September girls yet, because, I have to be honest, we wanted to go ahead and release these right now because I want them to be in your hands before the June Zoom. Okay, so if you want to play along with us, make sure you get your order in for the third set of Calendar Girls. Okay, anyway, so I will probably do a little demo with these gals, but I want to go ahead and show you a couple things that I've been working on Calendar Girl wise. Okay, so this is, Megan and I get together once a month. It has been the second Sunday of each month. We get together and do a Zoom. After the Zoom, the next day, it is posted on each of our YouTube accounts. So if you want to go back and kind of just watch what we do, it's really us just hanging out, showing, you know, how we play with the Calendar Girls. Megan is doing a spread each month and showing like variations on her actual journal spread. And I have been doing just a variety of projects. Okay. So I started sort of my monthly little mini house journal. So this has one of the girls for January, and then this is Megan's, and then mine for February. Obviously they're cut down, but I love being able to show how you can just use them sort of as a bust as well. And then Megan's for March, and then I finished this one during our Zoom for our April Zoom. Okay, so each month I'm doing a little page in this journal, and then Megan's doing her house journal a little bit larger and actually doing spreads and showing you the complete spread. Okay, so this is something else. I know I shared this in a reel. I shared it on our Calendar Girl Zoom. What was it last week? On, well, it was on the well, it was supposed to be on the 14th. I think it ended up being on the 21st. Um, anyway, that's a long story. But I did share this and everybody went, wow, wow, wow. So I had to share it again in case you missed it. And this is Megan's face from the January, February, March, and my body from the January, February, March. And then I hope you know I came out with a little set of accessories that fit all the calendar girls. So you got little arms, little legs, and a bunch of other little pieces. I'll show those in a moment, but I just had to share my little window wheel with different little messages in her heart. So that was a super fun and cute project. And I would love, so for those of you who follow me in my Patreon, we definitely will be making one of these in a daily heart. Okay. Super easy. I'm sure like you don't really need me. It's not rocket science, but it's sort of fun to make things together. Because I think then you get them done, you know? So anyway, calendar girl fun. I hope that you will join us. My next thing I want to show before I do a demo, well, maybe we'll do even the numbers game first, and then for anybody who wants to, 1 second, I have to backtrack and just see. Thank you, Dana. Let's see. Deb says, I spent the morning stamping the first 2 sets of calendar girls. Now I have a bunch to play with. Yeah, I love doing that too. Rini says, did you make that journal on Daily Heart or no? Are you talking about this one, Rini? I think I did. This is just a staple journal. I cut it and it's just cards cut into the shape of a house and then stapled together. So that's why it's a little shorter. This one is larger, and I did use Megan's stencil. Okay, this is Megan's. I think it's called Home is Where the Heart Is, or anyway, it's the only one like this. And this is a 5x8. And so I did use this stencil mostly for all these pages. Okay, and then I just bound it with a wire binder. Wendy. Your ears must have been burning. I was just talking about you and thanking you for helping us the other day. So thank you, Kristen. The other thing we've been doing, and I know that most of you have seen this too, but of course it would be remiss of me if I did not share. Megan and I also came out with a set. I'm so excited about these because you all know, I hope you know, maybe you know, I don't know, how much I love stickers, okay? I've sort of had a thing for stickers my whole life. I used to have a sticker book when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, I love that sticker book. I wish I still had it. I can still picture it in my mind. Anyway, Megan and I decided to do a limited edition sticker sheet to commemorate the girls. So we will, I'm just giving you the heads up, we only ordered a couple hundred of these. So actually not each. I have I think I'm down to like 60 now, 60 sheets of these in my shop well, we put them on artfoamies.com under the calendar girls as well. I'm not going to be remaking these again. Megan has some in her Etsy shop as well. And they are a limited edition. So this has the first 2 sets of girls. As you can see, Megan designed these top pieces and I designed the bottom pieces. And then we are going to do it again at the end of the year with a different color scheme and with the 4 other with the other, these 2 girls that we're releasing now. And then don't forget, we still have 2 more coming out that will be our October, November, December girls, right? So, anyway, I absolutely love the stickers. They're super fun, sort of like a little collectible, and I know I did have a couple people, I will tell you, they're running $17, okay? I know it's a lot for stickers. People say, oh my gosh, $17 for stickers. Well, you would pay about $3 each for these larger girls, okay? And then at least like a buck or two or possibly even three for the other extras, right? So on here, I think there's like 22 stickers. So it's really not as bad as it seems. Also, I want to tell you that I'm super proud of this design because I did the graphic design for the layout, and what I did was I put in other fun little words. I hope you can see those, and some just little doodles that you can also cut out. Now, those are not die cut, but you can cut them out with your scissors and still have some really fun pieces to use, with or in your art. So here, I'll show you. I'm super excited about these. We made sticker books the other day in my Patreon, and I know many of you remember when we came out with this little the little composition notebook maker. So I did turn it into a sticker book. Lots of stickers, not just those, but had some fun with that. And then, of course, putting together different little pages. I did make this little banner so you could write or stamp or do whatever inside that doesn't say Dreamer. It's blank. So there you have it. Fun, fun, fun. And then so this is one kind of sticker book that I made. And then we made these as well, which I also love. Laminated pages just on fun cardstock because you can pretty easily remove your stickers if you want to. I do like a removable sticker book. I mean, not that you're really going to take them in and out necessarily, but it is kind of fun. Right. Anyway, I do have quite a few pages ready to go. And then I did another page in here is where I wanted to sort of show you how I use the little edging, so and then I did cut out some of the words too and put them on there. Anyway, and this is what I really wanted to show you, the back of my sticker book. If you collect all of the ArtFoamies stickers that you get, it is so fun to make a sticker book and have them all sort of displayed there. This brings me so much joy. I can't even begin to tell you. I know I'm silly. Anyway, also another thing that you can do, super fun. Excuse me, let me grab this and show you real quick. If you get some magnetic sheeting, okay, this is sticky back with magnet, okay, you can then take your stickers, put them on here, and turn them into magnets. Isn't that so fun? This is a little house I found at the dollar store, little metal house. Turn my magnets right into stickers. And this is a great, if you have kids, in your life that love to do makeys, this is a great little project. So fun and easy and so cute. I mean, I don't really have kids in my life, I have to be honest, but I still love it. And it's sort of, fun to have a little interactive piece, And then I did make some other stickers, some other magnets out of other stickers that I have as well. So, of course, not just for the calendar girls, right? And then here I also made a little metal journal. Again, some pieces from the dollar store that I just thought were too cute to pass up. And again, all these I did turn into magnets for my little interactive journal cover, I didn't do a very good job of cutting the paper inside, but that's okay. You get the idea. Okay, so that's all the show and tells I have. Let's go ahead and play the numbers game because I want to do a little giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway for a sheet of our collaboration stickers. Okay. Also, I do want to let you know the people that won last week, I still have your name and your prizes written down. I will be sending them. Gina just shipped me those house boxes, so I am running a little bit behind on those, but they will be shipped to you next week. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Kristen, yes, so when I was a teenager, I used to go to a store like that just had walls and walls of stickers. The remember Mrs. Grossman stickers? Oh my gosh. So let me write down a number. For those of you who have not been here with us before, how we play is I write down a number between 1 and 100. You will guess the number. The person closest without going over will win. If we have two winners, I can accommodate two winners. If it's more than that, we'll have to re-guess. So give me just a second. I have to write down the number. Okay. You will have, and it is 4:22. We'll go until 4:25. I do call out your name and number. Remember, only one number per person. I do call it out so you know that I've seen it. Okay, so ready, set, go. Oh, Kimberly, thank you so much. Yes, I know. Now we're all going down memory lane with Mrs. Grossman stickers. Oh my gosh, I know. I miss those things. Okay, here we go. D. Ray, 9. Kristen Hoffman, 14. Terry Dye, 32. Oops, wait, going too fast now. Terry Dye, 32. Liz, 62. Cindy Sharp, 55. Ellen Bush, 26. Cecilia Romero, 82. Linda Finney, 29. Kimberly, 44. Kathleen Hartley, 51. Loretta, 32. Dare B, 22. Becky, 17. Susan Handsome, 14. Wendy, 6. Ginger, 61. Krabby Abby, 7. Marcy Hampton, 47. Susan Horn, 23. Renee, 37. Nancy Gray, 55. Patty, 20. Seahag, 34. Elsie, 77. Crafty Planner, 17. Pam Shales, 8. Reverend Christina, 72. Heather Bailey, 96. Terry Moore, 53. Lydia, 5. Estrella, 52. Debbie Armstrong, 42. Cheryl Nash, 67. Stephanie Martin, 26. Janice Sigmund, 26. Mary Lynn Kelly, 14. Let me see. I'll give you another minute, but I have to go find the winner. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Make sure I called you out. If I did not call you out, put your name and number again. Catherine Guerrero, 47. I'm going to start back. Stephanie said Stephanie Martin's 26, Janice Sigmund 26, Marilyn Kelly 14, Catherine 47. Yes, lots of 26s. All right, it is 4:25. No more numbers. We are done calling numbers, and I will tell you, oh my goodness, I'm just going to say, let me double check. I'm gonna say D. Ray is the winner at number 9. My number was 11. So D. Ray, congratulations! You win the stickers. Please, I'm sure that I do have your address, but if you do want to PM me your mailing address so I can just pop it in an envelope and I do not have to ask Mr. Moon to look up your address, that would be great. I'm writing your name on here with Calendar Girl stickers. So woohoo! Congratulations and thanks for playing. And now, so now, if you want to hang around and watch a little demo, we can do that. If not, if you have to go, I understand, but I'm going to stay on here for another, let's say like 20 minutes-ish and color these babies. All right. I may even, well, I don't know. I may want to even stamp them again just because, yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and stamp them up. I'm going to tear my paper out first, only because this paper is so thick. It usually kind of bends this wire when I go to tear it out. Okay, so And again, I'm going to be using, I have sort of a large flat art foamy over here. I'm going to squeeze my gesso, my black gesso onto this sort of like it's the same as a foamy friend, only it's round. I needed this for some other project I was doing, and so I do also like to use it the same as I use a foamy friend. I do find that inking up or using it to load my foam, for foam to foam, it works pretty well. Okay. And then a lot of times I will go back over it with a little bit of a scrap buddy just to make sure that I have all those little details covered. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a nice pressure. No, Terry, not yet. I will tell you all, for those of you who mail me stuff, it takes forever to get my mail. Okay. So lots of, Patty Hodder sent me something. It took like literally a month or more. Nice. I got a pretty good stamping out of that. And remember, I don't have any water in here. So since it is gesso, I am going to cover that with the baby wipe just to keep it kind of soft. Okay. A little more gesso. I do like to stamp in the black gesso just because you do get such a nice, dark, kind of rich image. And plus it is, waterproof. So I can watercolor over it. But if I also want to do, like acrylic painting, I can do that. So that's great. Oh, Catherine, thank you so much. Mr. Moon is doing okay. I will say, he's not really a big complainer for one thing, and for another thing, he has a pretty high pain tolerance. Plus, they gave him some pain pills, so I'm sure that helps too. But thank you for asking, and yeah, we're gonna, get him all healed up so that he can get back to packing. Now this one, keep in mind, some of these have some very fine details, so I am going to really make sure it's loaded up. And then I kind of want to just tap at it a little bit so it's not too terribly squishy, okay? And I go ahead and give her like a nice push there in the middle of her face where her mouth and eyes are, so that hopefully it'll, yeah. Oh, I missed her little antennas. So fix it that way. And then we'll do, this one is Meg's face. Well, it's not actually Meg's face, but it's the one she drew. Last time I saw her, she didn't have antenna. Again, super fun to pull all of your different ones out and mix and match, because these heads will all fit on the other bodies and vice versa. So just, pull them all out and experiment around. Or you can stamp them all separately, cut them out all separately, and then, mix and match that way. Oh, yes. Marcy, I love. Marcy says, I've not yet used ArtFoamies. Oh, no. Yes, you can use watercolor. So let me show you how you can use a little watercolor with them as well. Okay, so here I have my little motif. And there's a couple of different ways you can use watercolor. You can, I'm going to get Megan's motif as well. Okay, so you can use watercolor on an actual stamp or scrap buddy. I know I had a couple other scrap buddies here. Where did I put them? Hold on. Do you, so Marcy, do you know what scrap buddies are? Let me go. I need to go grab another one. I'm sorry. I don't know where I put them. Okay, so I was grabbing my watercolor sticks. Now, a scrap buddy, we sell these things. We make them also called stamp buddies, which is a piece of foam like this on a rigid piece of plastic. And then we sell scrap buddies, which are, so the stamp buddies come in 3 sizes, okay? And a scrap buddy is just a scrap off of that, so a little strip. But I love these things because you can take your tube watercolors, okay? So you actually can take your watercolor straight from a tube, okay, and you can put it a little bit on here. Now this is professional grade watercolor, but it's fantastic because, you know, a little bit goes a long way. And you just want to spritz your stamp with a little bit of water, okay, so just get it moistened a little bit. You don't need it sopping wet. And then you're going to take your watercolor on there and just load it up, okay, and then stamp right on your watercolor paper. Oops, I got a little squishy, but you get the idea, okay, moving too fast. And then you can take your other colors of watercolor or your water, you know, because it's water soluble now, and you can smush that around and just have fun playing with the imagery, and of course making it your own. I do all sorts of you know, watercolor paintings. This actually is our collage sheet, and this was done with all ArtFoamies and watercolor, and that's it. Okay, so it's just a watercolor painting using ArtFoamies. And it kind of works here too, because it is a similar sort of style to the Calendar Girls, you know. Anyway, of course, if you want to pull out your regular watercolors in a pan or in a tube, whatever. Here I have my palette, if I can open it. So, and then you can, you know, of course, you know, mix in colors. But I love the way that you can still get that nice, beautiful outline, you know, the nice stamped image, and then you can go back in and just sort of move it and get, yeah, beautiful, beautiful watercolor. Okay, so it's one of my favorite things about ArtFoamies because watercolor is my true, true love. All right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and since, oh gosh, now I was wondering what happened to 2 of my paints. There they were, stuck to the top. Okay, let's see. All right, let me set that aside. Wipe these grungy fingers for a minute, and then same with your watercolor sticks. Now I have these watercolor sticks. These are Daniel Smith extra fine watercolor sticks. See that? So they are actual watercolors, similar to what's in, you know, similar artist quality, but in a stick. So you can do a similar thing where you spritz with your water and then rub that on there. It's fun too to kind of mix your colors a little bit, you know, whatever. And then, and you know, a little bit goes a pretty long way. I could still get quite a few stampings out of that, and you can also just spritz it and bring some of it back too. So super fun. And I'm so excited for you to get some art foamies now. or maybe you have some and you just haven't used them, but if you do, use them. And if you don't, get some. we really definitely think everybody should have art foamies. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Marcy. Yes, we are having a great, great time collabing with Fodder School and so many, you know, of the amazing teachers. And so that's super fun. Anyway, all right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and I don't even know. I can paint these girls with acrylic or with watercolor. I definitely want to cut them out. I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut them out and make a little I don't know, maybe make a little Duralar overlay. I don't know if I did that here before or if I did it in my Patreon, but I think it's definitely worth a share. Even if I showed it before, I think it's worth showing again because you can do so many really cool things using your transparency overlays. And again, if you know, it's sort of a little tricky to cut those tiny antenna out if you want to fussy cut them. So of course, you know, you can just do away with them completely and redraw them back on if you mount her on something. And I hope you all had a chance to see Megan's journal that I mean, she said she hasn't done a lot with these newest girls yet, but she did do a couple finished pieces with them. And oh my gosh, so cute. Her colors always are so nice. And love, of course, one of the reasons I did make her dress striped like this is so that you could do some journaling in there. And of course, Megan did not disappoint and did a really cute little quote in there. One thing too, I will say that I enjoy about these girls is that, and actually a lot of art foamies, not just the girls, but you know, the lines are generally a little bit thicker, just because you kind of need that for the foam stamp so that the integrity of the line stands up. But it makes it really nice when you're cutting out, when you have a lot of thick lines, because it just makes it easier. So Marcy has another question. She says, what happens in your Patreon? Oh my gosh, who can answer, Marcy? What happens in my Patreon? So I do a live stream every day almost, and I do what's called Daily Heart, and we just do stuff like this, really. I mean, I do have set, you know, like little projects that like once a month, we do have a collage sheet. It's not all about art foamies, although many of the tiers do get a permanent discount. So, and when I say permanent, I mean as long as you're a patron. You get different levels of discounts. We are doing, oh my gosh, there's just so many things. I do a lot of things in my Patreon because I'm very devoted. Very, you know, and my brain never runs out of ideas. So I'm always there like, look at this. Let me show you this. And then, you know, it's a great community. We do really, really, it's not a huge community, but we have the best group. Lots of us have been together for many, many, many years. And then the people that join in and that stay really just, you know, make a lot of friendships and stuff too, which I love. All right, so what am I going to do with these? I want to paint them a little bit, and then other people can answer too. Kristen, thank you so much. Yeah, and we do swaps. Yes, we do art swaps. Or, you know, I mean, it's not like art. It's more like makeys, right? Makey swaps, where we just like make different things. Like this month is stickers. And it's not every month. It's like every 2 or 3 months, you know, we do a swap. And it's only for whoever wants to sign up. So, all right. Anyway, now I'm just getting fussy about this. I do want to paint these. I think I am going to paint them with layer cakes, okay? Because you know I love, love, love my Jane Davenport layer cakes. And, ooh, speaking of Jane Davenport, I hope you'll all be watching. She has some mermaids for Mermaid coming out soon. So, we it's not gonna break the bank, I promise, because it's not tons. It's a nice, manageable collection. And what else? And we have the Mooney pop-up coming, which I'm very excited about. We'll be talking more about that, and I will be posting about it. So I hope, again, that you will watch out for our great Mooney pop-up. So again, just using layer cakes for this, a couple reasons. They are water soluble, more like a watercolor, but a little more opaque like a gouache. And I think it'll just be really a lot easier because of the black gesso. It's going to be kind of a resist. I don't know if, not really a resist, but you know, it's easy to paint with watercolor or with the layer cakes over that black gesso. Rosy cheeks. And then I do think I'm gonna use some pinks. Where's my pinks? I'm gonna more turn her into sort of a butterfly than a bee. And I just have to tell you too, I know I'm being a little bit self-indulgent right now, just, you know, painting and playing, but it feels so good after the day that I had yesterday, just sitting here with all of you and getting a chance to play with these girls feels really, really good. But I promise not to take all night long. So what I'm doing too is putting a little darker paint on the sides and then lightening it up through the middle. And what that does is it sort of gives that, you know, illusion of having a little more volume. Bringing that front highlight, you know, down the front just makes it come forward a little bit more. Oops, got a little. Remember, if your gesso is not perfectly 100% dry, it can move, so just be aware of that, okay? We'll hit that with a blow dryer for a quick second. Susan Handsome says, I'm painting along with you right now. Yay, I love that. You know what? That makes my day. I love when you all, I love when you're here and you watch and you participate, of course, but I also love knowing that you are, getting makey too. Because, there's nothing like it. Feeling creative just makes you feel alive. Makes you feel so happy. That's one reason why I share so much, because I know how good and happy it makes me feel inside, and I just want everybody to feel that, I want other people to know that feeling. So hopefully, most people already are there, but some people don't until you have to kind of, show them the way. And I love that that is part of my job. Oops, got a little heavy-handed there. So what do? Just pull it back a little. And I am getting a little gray from my gesso, so I'm trying to... All right, so kind of like the way that looks okay. You can, make it a little more gradient if you want to by layering back over the top, but of course depends on how much time you want to take. And lots of times I say done is better than perfect, so whatever. Then we'll go up in here and we'll start giving some wing. And what color do you want for wings? Oh goodness, I don't know. I think maybe some yellows and oranges. And I don't have every layer cake. I don't. I wish I did. I admit I'm a sucker for all the colors, but I have quite a decent selection. I got the rainbow cakes and I got the pinks, which are a must-have in my book. So again, gradients, gradients, gradients. And of course, too, if you got any areas where you got a little smudgy that you don't like, you can go back in with your paint pen, and always, of course, do little touch-ups. If that's something that bugs you, you can also fill in some of these little polka dots. Give more details. This is another thing that I love and I always, share and talk about with ArtFoamies is really making them your own, just using the images or the imagery as sort of a base layer, right? And then that I had to cut off those antennas, so maybe I want to go back in and just give her some like this, Could do that. Could also do like... It's one reason I love making the hair on my girls always solid. I realize a lot of times, especially if you're going to stamp in a dark color, a lot of times people think, oh, well, now her hair always has to be black. But that's not true because, of course, you can paint that a different color. I could paint over it and still just use the black as an outline. So don't let that intimidate you or make you think that you have to keep it black, right? Because you don't. Same here on the neck. Oh, I think I'm just going to go to a little darker magenta. I do want to let you know too, the layer cakes are kind of like, they're dry, but they're kind of like creamy, but you do have to wet them in order to activate them. All right, and then I'm not sure still. Oh gosh, I don't know what color I still want to use for the actual wing. Let's look over here. Trying to, I don't know why, but butterfly imagery is evading me anyway right now. So funny. I need a little more orange. Maybe I'll just do this weird gold color. I don't know. We'll try it. I can always go over it again if I don't like it. And that's the beauty of it. And remember, I did put down some other color, and that also will sort of squish together. Sort of like color mixing right on the paper, which I love. Okay, so there she is. And of course, I do think, oh, I want to do something a little more to her eyes, make them more fun. Same with her mouth. Maybe she has brighter lips. A little more pink on her cheeks too. And that, you know, I feel like the lighting in here, it's so bright and almost is a little washed out. So I'm sorry about that. Anyway, okay, so I think she is cute enough for now. I would love to do some writing in her body. I think that would be super cute. Also, though, I don't have to, because remember, I'm going to get my Duralar. Let me grab a piece of my Duralar real fast. So this is Duralar, and it is a wet media film, sort of, you know, just like acetate. However, you can paint on here and you can stamp on here. So lots of times, like I think I'm going to do a couple different things just to show you fun ways that you can use this. And again, how to mix and match some of this imagery. Okay, so I'm going to take this Duralar first. I want to get Megan's Girl again. And of course, you don't have to stamp in black. You can stamp in whatever color. I'm using gesso, but you could stamp in white gesso, gray gesso. You can stamp in acrylic if you want to. This stuff will even take watercolor. However, if I watercolor, it's going to take me a long time to dry. Okay, so really all I'm after is this middle part right here. I'm going to stamp it. Okay, that's great. And actually, I could have stamped the whole dang body. I don't know why I did. But anyway, I'm going to dry it. And I'm going to put it on a cool setting, okay? Cool setting. All right, so that's one way. Let me get my girl. I want to stamp her body again, too. Doesn't matter. This is going to be cut out, okay? Oh, I moved. Darn it. It can be a little slippery, so be aware of that. That's okay, though. My image isn't that bad. I'm going to dry it again. Okay, again, that was a cool setting, right? Let's cut these out just so you can see a couple different ways that you could use these, all right? So this one, I'm only cutting out this little arch piece. Oh, my stickers, my scissors have sticky stuff on them. Okay, so there's that piece. And then this one's still a little bit wet, so I gotta be careful. Cut this out to her body. I'm not gonna cut out the wings. Okay, so here's this body I can put on her, okay? And the fun thing about doing this, okay, you don't really see that, but I can take my paint pen now, or whatever stamps, you know, where'd my black paint pen go? Goodness gracious. One second, my black paint pen seems to have disappeared. Another one here. And again, it did get a little smeared because it was still a little bit wet, but you can say, let's see. I should have thought of a quote first, but let's think, let's see. Well, I'm just going to write. And so you can see when I put it over the top, you know, little words will show up. I could also write white or do something in white over the black, which is super fun too. So let's just, I don't know, let's just do. And I don't know, I don't want to do those all the way down, but just so you can see. And then what I would do to stick that on is a couple different ways you can handle that. Just a teeny bit of score tape. And you can put it right on. Oh, I probably would have put it on the upper stripe. It's going to be covered because it's black. We're going to cut some of that off. And ta-da! So cute. I love doing the little overlays. As you can see, I did these on here. And then I kind of wanted to show you this. If you wanted to not have that on there, oops, well, I shouldn't, you could do something like that. Oh, well, I don't like those black stripes underneath, but you get the idea. Let's see, let's try that like on here. No, that's stuck down too far. Where's one of my other girls? Oh, shoot. So something like this. Does that make more sense? All right. Anyway, get the idea. And what's cool about it is once you cut whatever you color underneath, little bits of it will show up. And then you can turn it if you want it to be matte. Okay, you can turn it on the stamped side. If you want it to be shiny, you can turn it to that side. So it has a few other little fun benefits. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a fun Art Foamy Fun Friday on Saturday. I hope that you all had a great time hanging out with me as much as I did with you, seeing a little show and tell, seeing all the new girls from me and Megan, and getting a little makey, you know? Cindy says, I don't think there's a U.S. source other than maybe finding a set used on eBay or Mercari. Let's see. Oh, yes. So it really is best to order through Jane's website. I will tell you, it does come pretty fast if you can. I know shipping's, whatever, expensive. Shipping's expensive everywhere, but if you have a few friends that maybe want to get together and place an order together, you can get free shipping, or because I think if it's over a certain amount, you get free shipping. But I will tell you too, it is pretty fast. I've gotten all my stuff within, I would say like 3 weeks at the very, very most. Okay. So, and they're so, so worth it. I absolutely love them and really can't say enough about them. So, especially if you love doing all this type of mixed media stuff, All right, my friends, I love you all to the moon and back. I thank you again for your flexibility, your patience, your love, your friendship, and you coming here and hanging out with me every Friday for Smart Foamy Fun. So you have a great rest of your weekend. You know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, stay makey, and I'll see you next week. And of course, if you have any thoughts or questions, you know where to find me. Send me a message. All right, I'm going to turn this camera around so I can say bye. Bye. See you soon.